Okay. Sorry for the Judies on YouTube. We had some technical difficulties. We having technical difficulties. Cat. Okay, but I don't think y'all missed too much because I noticed it. And then here's the second part of the reading. But I was just saying that there's a lot of Piscean energy, and the divine wants us to step through the fog and step through the murkiness, step through the smoke and mirrors, step through or see clearly the fantasies and the illusions that we once believed in that were creating a false sense of reality, a false dream, a false narrative that we wanted to obtain that may have been, a little too idealistic. You know what I mean? Or the flip side, what did I hear the other day? Or fatalistic. Being fatalistic is the opposite of being idealistic, right? We're idealistic if the world was perfect and we got everything that we wanted, this is what's going to happen, and we act as if that obstacles don't come our way, right? But the opposite is being fatalistic. We're like, if one thing goes wrong, well, I'm never going to be successful and I'm never going to be happy and it's never going to go right. Excuse me, truth burp. And boohoo, hand, the world is awful, right? Both extremes are not healthy. We got to live somewhere in the middle, right? There's some type of balance. Justice card in reverse. Somewhere in our lives, somewhere in our perspective, somewhere in the way we've been approaching our lives with this Chariot card, somewhere on the route to our dreams. Thank you, Sheik. I appreciate you, my love. I really do. Thank you, boo. But somewhere on this route, we lost sense of the balance. We lost sense of the balance. We lost sense of what was real. You know what I mean? Because we got a little too impulsive. We got a little too, this is what I want and I want this alone, right? And it kind of feels like a course correction. And there's a failure. Take this with a grain of salt, but the Six of Wands at the bottom of the deck feels like there's a failure coming up. But again, it's not necessarily a failure, it's a reroute. You know what I mean? They're kind of showing me train tracks, like falling off the train tracks so that you can be put onto the proper set of train tracks that you're meant to be on, right? And here that we have 3 more cards. I just saw the 4 of Pentacles. We got to be careful not to hold on to anything that our intuition is telling us isn't right. But again, with all these retrograde energies, having these conversations and these reflections and journaling, you know what I mean? It's going to help us unravel what we need to hold on to and what needs to be dropped. Again, taking us back to that 2 of Pentacles in reverse. What's the lasting message we have for the collective reading? Okay, if the message is still resonating, drop an emoji for me. Double tap the screen. Okay. So this is going to be hard. This is going to be difficult. Let me not speak those words, right? Temperance card in reverse, 5 of Wands in reverse, followed by the Devil card and the Emperor card. It the challenge is that not allowing our fear to get the best of us and having us try to force things at our will, trying to force our outcomes, trying to force and muscle and manage and control our way through this, right? Control our way through this. Let it go. We can relinquish it. Temperance card in reverse. You know what I mean? Temperance card in reverse. This Temperance card in reverse, what is she saying? It's really giving meditation. And I know y'all be tired of me talking about meditation, but it's important. But it's not just meditation, it's being able to be still and to be patient and to take our time and being virtuous and being brave and having faith. You know what I mean? And fortitude and grace and forgiveness. It's all of that stuff. We really got to tap into the 7 virtues and really pay attention to, which one of the 7 virtues is it that we need right now? Which of the 7 virtues could we use a little bit more of when things get difficult, when things get rocky, when, again, Mercury retrograde, when things continue to get in our way, when we continue to have upsets and inconveniences, right? Instead of trying to force and muscle our ways through, how do we say, you know what I mean? Every disappointment is a good thing. Every bad thing that happened for a good reason. It didn't happen to us, it happened for us. Every closed door is only, guiding you towards the door you're actually supposed to be opening. Yes, my loves? Let me get us an oracle card. Hello, ancestors, spirit guides, angels, and the Most High. What oracle card would you like me to share with the collective, please and thank you? Yes. Every upset, every blockage positions you for your next step in the process. I like that. And again, this takes us back to that Three of Cups that first popped up. Fill your cup with sacred giggles. Let me flip this so that y'all are able to read it. They won't be able to read it on YouTube. But fill your cup with sacred giggles. Ah hee hee hee. Ah ha ha. Essential meaning: completion, the end of a cycle, closure, celebrating a job well done, accomplishments, well-deserved success, being proud of yourself, travel, limitless options opening up. The self-care message: not finishing a job, a lack of closure, a time to finish up an overdue or dropped project. Yes, giggles. Childish, maybe. But there's a deep magic in being tapped into here, so give them the space to bubble up. You are entering a time of completion as a goal you have been working on is coming to a joyous and prosperous end. This is a huge accomplishment. This huge accomplishment will have massive implications moving forward, and the whole world is opening up for you right now. Go you. Dip your cup into the well of sacred giggles and drink up. It's time to revel in the afterglow of closure and success, and know that you deserve all of the joyful prosperity that is coming your way. There is infinite potential on the horizon, so take time to do your success dance and do thank Spirit for getting you this far. This is not a time to play small and to act as if your accomplishments were nothing. Be proud of your accomplishments, as this is a time to say, heck yeah, that was massive, and I did that ish. That's not what the cards say, but I'm talking about audience. I feel like that resonates a little more for us. I could be wrong. Right? Accept this celebratory love wholeheartedly and keep your eyes on the horizon for much more of this energy as you ascend anew. And then the journaling or meditation prompts. Look back on the past few years and notice how far you have come. What have you accomplished? What is the most important thing that you've learned? You may feel called to travel. This card says that it's possible. How can you build your dream in a way that will also bring that travel aspiration to life? Yes? Now, I thought I was done, but the divine has said that there's another message. So we have another message. So what's next? What else is it that the Most High... I am going to be doing reads today. If you would like to hop onto the queue, please send what you can over to the Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App. What other collective? The divine is saying it's not too much more, but what else does the divine want us to know? Please and thank you. Again, are there any of my good Judies who haven't received their free mini readings for the week? If you're ready for another, if you're ready for your mini reading this week, I think Korea and Shaterika came in last night, but I didn't get the chance to get y'all a reading. But yeah, Victoria, if you would like to hop into the queue, you definitely can. Again, it's $10, $15, or $20 over to my Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App. Excuse me. And let's rock. What else does the divine want us to know? Yo. Yo. This may be for me. Let's see. But here's what I'm getting. It feels like they're reading me down. So let me know if this resonates with you. But this Four of Wands in reverse and the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, this just feels like you don't need an at-home job. Like somebody's working from home. Somebody is working from home as a way to like escape authority or to escape establishment, escape the powers that be. But it's to their own detriment. Like the divine is kind of saying that you may feel better, that you may find what it is you're actually looking for if you leave the house. This you too, Sheikah? Nothing getting this together. This nine of cups is saying that we don't have enough of emotional fulfillment. And for some of us, emotional fulfillment is really connected to having new experiences and new people. And like, again, whoever's in this group or this collective, you've been working at home for quite some time now. And then there's something about like, they're really too loud because some of us is messy. Somebody in here likes office drama. Somebody in here likes office drama. And if you like office drama, and it's not necessarily about the office drama, it's just, the sharing of ideas, the way that information travels. So this may not be for you, Priscilla. So again, if it don't apply, let it fly. But there's just something about the way that words and ideas, again, travel throughout the office. What you heard in what department and how it got to your department, and so is, they getting fired because they don't know how to act, and you kikiing with your best like coworker, and it's that type of stuff. That's very fulfilling to you, and that connects us. This is just like they're just telling me now. That connects us to the neighborhoods and the communities that we live in a way that's like new. That's we need. Because something about working from home, it feels like selfish. Again, take this. Like, take this with a grain of salt, but something about like working at home is selfish. They really reading me right now because that's the whole reason I don't want to, whatever. But we all have free will. Anyway, but working from home, it's like selfish. Like it feels like with working from home, all you have is work. Right? Sometimes when you work from home, all you have is really work. You have yourself and you go to work, and then you just have the work you do. And you don't have those social interactions of people who can pull you out of the house or who can say, hey, let's go here, or hey, let's do that. Let's take a lunch break together. Let's go to the happy hour after work and meet some people. Again, it's the way that like being in community with other human beings is actual like is like helpful and fruitful, for some of us. And there's just a lot of new experiences coming through. Right? And this Fool card, again, they're saying there's like, we need a new group of people. We need a new group of people, and working from home won't really give you access to the energetics. You may have new coworkers, but it won't give you access to the energy of being put into a new work environment. Right? What else? What else do we have? What else do we have for this collective message? Please and thank you. That was very interesting. Was not expecting that to come through. Knight of Swords in reverse, Page of Pentacles, Ace of Swords in reverse. And this is another thing. Okay, so I really do feel like they're reading me. So, like, the divine is also saying that, like, again, we're like too comfortable and we're selling ourselves short. Knight of Swords and Ace of Swords in reverse. Again, we trying to cheat ourselves. We trying to find something that's easy, that's not a lot of work, but they really are dragging me. They're if you look for something that's easy and not a lot of work, all you're really doing is putting yourself in alignment with cheap energy, right? There's nothing wrong with effort. The only issue is that, like, when you're putting effort in and you're not being fulfilled. They're saying that people in this collective, they have like leadership skills, and abilities. You could be seen as a leader. You can have a lot more on your belt. You can do a lot more, and that's going to get you the money that you're looking for. You know what I mean? They're saying stop with the chump change. Stop with the chump change when you can actually put something in alignment with what is going to give you the material abundance you're looking for. But you keep it's weird. I'm hearing like chirping. It's like chirp chirp, but it's like cheep 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 cheep. They're shady. What other information do you have for us? Okay, yeah. It's like trying to grab just like little bits and pieces of what else is that we have. And that's the thing. And then this is giving me a headache because I know they're eating me up right now. Temperance card in reverse, Ten of Wands in reverse, World card, Queen of Cups, Nine of Swords, Hermit card. Just this card in reverse. There is something. Hey Nick, how you doing? There is a balance. There is a balance between not, having like a lot on your plate and not receiving the money and feeling overwhelmed and overworked. We have the Justice card that what we need to seek is balance. But this Temperance card and this Ten of Wands in reverse, it just feels like you have to do too much with so little payoff. Excuse me, truth burp. You have to do so much with so little payoff. Hey, Nick, I'm not sure if I said that before. You have to do so much with so little payoff. You know what I mean? And then they're talking about, like helicopter managers or being micromanaged and wanting to work in a certain way, but you can't work this way because you have to follow these protocols. All of that is overwhelming. All of that is irritating to you, right? But they're kind of saying the thing that we don't realize is when you start to take on more leadership positions, when you move up the corporate ladder or you actually look for positions that are going to give you more, they will challenge you more. And they're also talking about the application process. I told myself this the other day, right? We want the whole process from start to finish to be easy. We want to get the job really easily, but it's like you get what you pay for. And every time that you spend your energy, every time that you spend time, you get what you pay for. So if in order to put in an application, all you have to do is click a couple of buttons, again, it's like cheap, 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 cheap. But you know what I mean? But if you gotta write a cover letter, not saying that we should have to write a cover letter, but y'all get what I'm saying. But if you gotta go, go hire a recruiter, like I was saying earlier. If you gotta go talk to a recruiter, edit your resume, check out your executive summary, look up the job on Glassdoor for the list of qualifications and what other people are saying, all that time you're spending, yeah, it may take you a little bit longer to find a job, but the energy you're putting in, it's going to have more of a payoff on the back end. Not the Theo chest. Nick, please. And that's what it is that we want. That's what's next for us. That is what is next for this, this collective. And then like this is really not Cuban uncle. This is really about like this Queen of Cups feels like we know this already. We know this already. this Queen of Cups really does feel like we know this information already, but it's like, it feels like caring. And I'm gonna just use myself as an example, right? Like with this new job that I'm getting, where I said I'm getting a job and I'm only gonna work there for a month or two, and I'm gonna get all the money I need, and then I'm gonna bounce out, right? They're saying that yes, you can do that, and you know that's a little shady to the company that you're going to be working for, right? But again, you would have more emotional fulfillment if you were really invested in the place that you were working at and you liked the work that you were going to do and felt fulfilled by it or something like that, right? Because I don't know, because this may not be me. This may be me, but it's not giving me for real. This Nine of Swords, somebody is like sick. They up late at night. They cut up by moving and operating this way. I might feel this way a little bit, but not too much because I really don't care about taking this corporate money. I'm gonna keep it a bean, right? But it's the selfishness. It's the selfishness, but it's not even really the selfishness. It's really being honest with yourself. It's being honest with yourself about what it is you want and desire and what it is you want to manifest. They're saying be real with yourself. Because again, they keep using this cheap. If you keep getting these cheap results and putting in this cheap energy, you'll continue to be job hopping and looking for something else. Where like at the bare minimum, we should want to find a job that we actually desire to stay at for like a year and a half. Okay, girl. Okay, girl. Let me get us an oracle card because I'm tired of getting ate up. Again, this will be the last oracle card for the night. Not for the night, but for the collective reading. If you want to hop in the queue, again, it's $10, $15, or $20 over to the Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App. I don't think I have anybody on the queue, but I do believe that after this, who was it? Was it Korea? It was Korea that wanted a reading. We have Priscilla. Okay. We have Korea. We have Priscilla. And then we got Yusuf. Hello, ancestors, spirit guides, and angels. Can we get an oracle card for this last collective message, please, and thank you? We got two that came out. And this is what we had at the bottom of the deck. We had the Justice card. We had the Justice card, and again, I'm gonna read both of these. We had the Justice card, and we got New Moon and Scorpio. Work through your fears. Are we afraid of leadership? Are we afraid of rejection? Are we afraid of commitment? Are we afraid of being tied down? Are we afraid of not being enough? So we just tap into things that we know that we can do that are simple, that are beneath us because we know can handle them? Or are we afraid of challenge? And then the other one, balance, spirituality, and practicality. Full moon in Pisces. We have a full moon in Pisces coming up in a couple of days. Full moon in Pisces 2023. Okay, where's the card? Where's the little thing I'm supposed to be reading off of? Child, I need to clean this desk. I be just having stuff everywhere, child. Lord, help me find a card so I can get these messages to the girls. Where's the pamphlet, Miss Mamas? Not too much on me. Y'all don't, I found it. Okay. Before y'all got We have a full moon in Pisces on the 31st of August. So at the end of the month, we have a full moon in Pisces. I'm gonna read this one first because this one feels the most relevant. Full moon in Pisces. Have you been so head in the clouds that you have lost touch with reality? This feels like it's taking us low key back to the first collective reading. Um, if so, take this card as a sign that you need to pay attention and to make towards a concerted effort to move towards your goals. The more practical steps you can take, the better. It's time to find an inner balance between your responsibilities and your dreams. Meditate on your question, and the solutions to your issue may now come through very clearly. If you're in a tricky situation because you've been acting the martyr, this card will be a message from the cosmos to drop the act for everybody's sake. Attune to the moon. Meditate every day and see what comes to you. Answers will come. Additional meanings for this card. You're in a super romantic, but not super realistic state. They reading me down right now. Follow your intuition, it won't let you down. At worst, this card can herald the end of a dream. The person you're asking about is a soulmate. Avoid substance abuse. And then the teaching. Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. So the full moon in Pisces symbolically marks endings. When the moon is full in Pisces, or whenever you pull this card, it's a time to dive deep into your emotions. Practicality is at odds with the numinous Piscean energies that have no borders. So feel your way now. Psychic ability is heightened when the full moon is in Pisces, and soulmates now connect. It's also a time to send out your dreams to the universe, releasing your fears, right? And then I'm going to go over to new moon in Scorpio because this one came out as well. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have new moon in Gemini. Communication is key. This card suggests a rebirth. Think of your situation as the phoenix that's rising from the ashes, as the birth, death, rebirth paradigm. That's what Scorpio energy is all about. Whatever you've been through, there's a new start ahead. It might be a little dark. It almost certainly won't be rainbows and unicorns, but it will be deep and transforming. This card also suggests that if you know you are magical, then this is time to work your magic. It can also herald the start of a sexier time. If you've been experiencing something of a drought, ooh, and emotional intimacy is also on the menu. Scorpio is the sign that likes to go deep into the body, mind, and spirit. So when this card comes up, there's nothing superficial about what's coming your way, right? And then attune to the moon. Have some sexy time. Additional meanings for this card. Time to let go of the grudge you're holding. Move on from jealousy. Stop being obsessive. Could it be making you paranoid and make an investment? What's your question, Shika? And then the teaching. Is it about the collective reading? Ooh, my sneeze has been powerful lately. Scorpio is the sign of death and rebirth. Magic and shamans. Its energy is a little bit dark, occult, and even scary. Not all of us like to face the shadow, but Scorpio demands it. In fact, it's through working through your dark side that you can actually get to the light. And the new moon in Scorpio and the appearance of this card at any other time suggests that you need to do that right now. Yes, my loves? Okay, that concludes tonight's collective reading. I will be online for about another 30 minutes. You know what I mean? Just so I can talk to my boo. But yeah, that's about it. Hey, Zaire, that's your name. How you doing? But that concludes tonight's collective reading. Again, if you did not catch all of it, you can find both of them, part 1 and 2, on YouTube. I'll probably like edit them and splice them together and post them on YouTube by tomorrow, Thursday at the very latest. Yes, you did miss the collective reading. You missed the collective reading. I'm just now getting into the personals. But again, first we have Korea, then we have Priscilla, then we have Yusuf, and then we have Shika. If you would like to get on the queue, yes, you do. I'm so sorry, Zaire. Please send 10, 15, or $20 over to my Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App. I love my good Judies on YouTube. Again, if you want to hop into this session, if you're watching on live, follow me on TikTok at Mo Online, and you can just tap into the live session there. But let me know what resonates down in the comment section. I will see y'all later. And until next time, this is XMO. Bye. Okay. I'm trying to stop it, but it's not stopping.